A Road to Nowhere, written and narrated by yours truly. Prologue. How and when and why life started will always be a mystery to us humans long after our species is all dead and gone away. The one thing we know is what form life first took was bubbles, formed from RNA, DNA, phospholipids, and other random elements in the oceans. Now there is some in the scientific community who believe that even this simple form of life, consciousness, was born simultaneously. Why or how this happened, if at all, is always going to be up in the air. One cell formed possibly independently, or more likely found another bubble, then merged. The first true step in evolution. Will there always be sentience? One thought, it's always been here since the start, or it happened much later when brains were more advanced. Whatever the case, we know that intellect and intelligence were born from bubbles. How smart were sentient bubbles, more equal or less than us? And it's the thought of some that when life becomes complex and multicellular, it's hard on the cells, as cells inherently want to function with the least amount of effort. So one day, evolution may make a fool of us all. Only time will tell. Jay, your boyfriend's on line 1. Take a quick breather for 10. Oh, thank God. This funding fiasco from the governor of our quirky state of New Hampshire was driving me up a wall. Hey, babe. How you feeling? Still a bit sick? I'm sorry, Jay. I'm gonna have to drop my involvement with the trip. Please don't kill me. Why would I kill the love of my life? It's okay. I'll send you lots of pictures. Feel better. I'm just gonna head out from the lab and I'm all packed up. Love you. Feel better. Ah, damn it. Oh, I know he was looking forward to that trip. I walked back to the main part of the lab, and 5 exhausting hours later I was finally done. I was driving all the way from Florida to New Hampshire. By the time I was on the road, the traffic was somewhat moderate. Then around the Massachusetts border between Tingsboro and Lowell on I-95 there was a meteor shower. Hundreds, if not thousands, of rocks burning up in the upper atmosphere, but one in particular caught my eye. It was a large meteor that had a fiery rainbow tail. Then as it flew and presumably burned up more in the atmosphere, it let out a jet of blue smoke from its right side, then an orange cloud from the bottom, and eventually it blew up in a massive cloud of phthalo blue. The clouds around it were blown away, and the winds started to pick up. Boom! There was a massive shockwave that made my hearing momentarily go away. Then the air suddenly became saturated with a foul smell and a sour metallic taste. Hello, Jay. Wait a minute, I thought my hearing was gone. What the hell was I hearing? Then the air became thick, almost as if it was starting to combine. Then as quickly as it happened, it stopped. I looked over at my dashboard as the letters were foreign in nature. I'd never seen a language with numbers like that before. Then I suddenly realized that innocent forest creatures were flying through the air, never to be seen by me again. And I thought it strange and darkly humorous the moment a bear just flew by the window, as I had a feeling I'd soon be joining the said bear in the air. I was clutching my steering wheel and sobbing uncontrollably. The car turned off by itself, and then the numbers and dashboard turned off as well. The car stopped shaking as much, and the wind had died down, and my hearing suddenly came back. I opened the door and immediately vomited. The taste and smell in the air was just too much. I wiped my mouth and went to get my bag in the back of the car. Where the hell is the damn thing? Aha! There was my blue velvet scarf. I'd use it as a sort of mask to help with the smell and feel the air. For some reason the air was thick and almost choking. I found it difficult to breathe with my mouth. Hell, even my nose didn't want to inhale it. As I looked around the interstate, the trees were half flat and half broken down the middle. There was no way I'd be able to get back down to the last exit. Oh, and that's odd. The pine needles were dripping with an orange liquid, and it seems to burn the road. A stick was put into the orange puddle. It violently caught ablaze, and there was blue smoke, and it started to smell and taste worse. What the hell is going on? Oh shit, I should call James. Ring, ring, ring. Oh, James, the strangest thing is happening to me. James, are you a bit hoarse or something? Hello, Jay. How are you holding up? That voice again. I just shut off my phone. That was way too freaky. I just looked at the window of my car and there was a smiling face smiling back at me. It was right behind my back. Caused me to turn around, yet there was nothing there. The hell? Then the car tires burst and started to sizzle and melt. And the car started to look almost wet. Then before my very eyes it started to melt and drip on the pavement. I backed away and tripped backwards, hitting my head on a tree root. The sun was up by the time my eyes finally opened. I pushed myself back up and felt the back of my head with my right hand. Okay, good. No blood. But then I looked up and there was the exhaust pipe melting into itself, quickly disappearing. Okay, what the fuck is happening? Also, as I looked around, there were no other cars anywhere to be seen. Was I the only one left? Did the other cars blow away? I just started to walk towards the orange puddle in the road, as if some force was telling me that it was the easiest thing to do. My mind started to race with fear, but my feet were walking towards the puddle still. There I was at the very edge of the puddle. It was my mind versus my body. I had to think so hard not to take one more step. Fuck. Come on, man. No! My body was shaking, trying to fight my mind's battle against it. Hello, Jay. Eventually, we won't need to give you a bit of persuasion. You'll willingly join as your species came after. Bye for now. My body stopped shaking and my feet finally took a few steps back. My breathing then went to manual as I started to panic and hyperventilate. Then I walked back to the highway and just fell to the ground in total and utter despair. The panic was gone, and in its place was numbness. Then I thought to pull out my phone, and those foreign, almost alien symbols and numbers were on the screen. My phone then shut off and started to feel wet, so I dropped it, and instead of cracking when it hit the ground, it almost looked as if you dropped a soft stick of butter. Beside the impact, it just melted a bit and conformed with the ground. Should I have been surprised at this point? No. But yet, there I was, staring as my phone melted into the ground, all while turning into a semi-opaque orange liquid. I just walked, as what else could I do here besides lose my sanity and starve, as food was a hopeful priority. Would food even be edible at this point? Oh God, that was a thought I never thought I'd have to worry about. After all, I was American. Usually we had it easy. Maybe this was God's punishment. Or a god of sorts. God, if that's you, please just stop. It's not my time. Not like this. It was too fucking weird and alien, whether in a physical sense or just a metaphysical one. Wait a minute. You're a microbiologist. Get your bag and you can figure out what's going on. Yes, that's it. Shit, that's right. The damn car just melted. Fuck off, universe. Either I'm in the middle of a psychotic break and currently in a padded room, or worse yet, it's all true. And it did say that it came before us, meaning humanity. That's right, Jay. We came first. Humanity is a virus. And the solution is this. Solution? Virus? But evolution keeps moving on unless this is the natural order. Wait a minute, that can't be. We were here. I mean, we are here. Don't we get a say in this? Say your points. The way it must have assimilated English was unique, yet sounded utterly foreign with the slurring of speech. I'm speaking on behalf of whatever is left of humanity. You are all as one. Only you aren't evolved. What? You didn't need to kill them. They had lives. Ha ha. What was that? Laughter? They live as an elevated life form, as one. It had no right. Well, what happens if you can't assimilate with me? There is only escape with an eternal sleep, yet we can still assimilate your remains. Even in death, only the physical experience of death is achieved. Then they still win. Well, I had questions that needed answers, especially if I already lost. May I know the point, if any, to the universe? Conquest and expansion. That was more or less what I expected. Not that I'd hoped for, but nonetheless expected. Is there an afterlife? More or less. Not as you'd think. Not what I think. I think I'd just leave that alone. Yes, we can read your mind. Freaky. Just freaky. I then noticed my visions start to blur and tilt. Then I looked down, as a fingernail fell off, then went the rest. Ah, dear Lord, I'm coming home. Then the smell and taste went away. The air became breathable and smelled like lavender and sage. Suddenly, I felt a calming clarity, like a veil had been parted. The world felt all right. Then I was able to communicate with it. Welcome home, brother. Epilogue. There was Jay, as he was formerly called by other Earthicians, screaming bloody murder. Kill me! But why would I want him dead? He was by far the smartest person on the planet, which didn't say much, but it had to count for something. When his essence was absorbed, I felt nothing different. Only completion.